I didn't say anything in the previous episode, but I did bring out Jake Gyllenhaal, Mysterio, because it was the Ghostbusteriest accent.
Yeah, we don't really have any ghosty stuff.
Well, I mean, we have like horror.
Yeah, but that's not the same. This movie is rated PG.
Hello, everybody. I am Will.
And I'm Kristen.
And this is So I'm Watching This Show, your new favorite YouTube pop culture YouTube channel where we talk about movies, TV, music, and more. And as always, this is a spoiler show, so you have been warned. On this episode, we are following up from our previous episode where we are prepping for the new Ghostbusters movie by watching the Ghostbusters movies.
So good.
Who you gonna call?
Ghostbusters! Bill Murray.
Don't put any of those old cheap moves on me.
I have all new cheap moves.
Dan Aykroyd, Sigourney Weaver, Harold Ramis, Rick Moranis, and Ernie Hudson in an Ivan Reitman film.
We're the best! We're the beautiful! We're the only Ghostbusters!
Ghostbusters 2.
This is the one that scared me. This is the one that I saw, and I was familiar with some of the beats of the first one, but there were a handful of moments. Pink slime should not be that viscerally scary.
It's spooky. It's really spooky.
Is it? Yeah. Is it just my trauma? My childhood trauma?
Well, if it is, then we have the same
trauma.
So, yeah.
I feel like this is taboo, but I like this one better.
I think it's punchier. And I think it's a little bit funnier. And it's that thing we like where it's like now the characters know each other.
It's paying off on the established work. So the first one, there was a bit more of like we had to introduce the characters in the world and then the plot.
Yeah.
Whereas this one is entirely the plot that works both for and against it.
Yeah.
Because it does get a little thin. It's only about 10 minutes longer than the first one. And it feels...
Not even, I feel like, yeah.
Yeah, it feels longer. I think a couple of the story beats of the first one are better. For instance, I think Dana's better. There's less, my baby's on that train.
Yeah, there's a real 3 Men and a Baby vibe to this movie, which is weirdly placed within all of the supernatural ghost stuff. And... to compound that, it's not even Peter Venkman's baby. It's another man's baby.
Is it the cellist from...
I think so.
Okay.
The musician from the first one.
Weird to keep that, to keep him, but not the fact that she is a cellist. She's now an art historian.
Restoration specialist or something with two not similar career paths. So, yeah, very weird. She even makes a comment to Peter McNichol where she's like, well, it's been really fun working here, but I think I'm going to go back to the symphony. And it's like, I mean, okay.
Also, Peter McNichol out of the womb and into the Renfield bin.
4 minutes to go, and then party times.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything else he can.
No, that's it. He is on Ally McBeal.
Yes, he is.
He's one of her bosses.
Okay, yeah.
He has a range.
Okay.
Yeah. He's not always a Renfield, but he is. You're right.
He is here.
He's in that vibe, that Renfield vibe. For sure.
This has a Dracula vibe in general.
Yeah.
Whatever that thing. I don't care for that painting.
No, and
I'm brave. I'll say it. It's terrible.
Vigo something. Yeah. Wilhelm von Humberg.
Didn't like it. Also didn't like the Scolari brothers.
Oh my God, the Scolari brothers!
No, that was bad too.
So let me rephrase. I liked it because it was weird.
Yeah.
It was something interesting and weird, but they were Muppets in a way that
Muppets.
The other ghosts aren't.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like.
It's maybe not for me.
I think the ghosts and the weird stuff is what I like about this. I'm a little astonished that there's only been the 2 movies. It feels like there should be.
Well, there was the TV show.
So I remember weirdly with the TV show, my parents, when I was too young, we were in the old house. So I was less than 5.
Wow. Okay.
Like 4. I remember them showing me, I've told this story, the Thriller music video.
Right.
It left multiple marks on me. I couldn't watch anything scary for about 14 years. A
That's
deep-seated distrust of Michael Jackson. What would become lifelong psychosexual fascination with werewolves.
Yeah.
And many things happened, but and so I remember very specifically there being an episode of the animated Ghostbusters series with a were-chicken. A were-chicken, as silly as it sounds, and I hit the wall.
Ow. Hey. What?
And my grandmother was weirdly babysitting me at the time, and she could not figure out
what was
why. Because it was a chicken.
Yeah.
Like, just the notion that I think that a werewolf could be something other than, I don't know.
Sure. Now we're in a post-True Blood, post-Were Panther world.
So, yeah. I think, like, the ghosts and, like, the weird stuff is kind of my favorite. And I do like the big swing that is pink slime.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? I was like, that's a real big...
Especially not for nothing in, like, a boys movie.
Yeah.
There is a ton of pink in this movie.
And it's a great menace.
Yeah.
I think Annie Potts especially is way better served in this. 40% of that is just
her
her
makeover.
look.
But I love her little romance with Rick Moranis. So cute.
You like it better than Harold Ramis?
Yeah, I mean, they didn't actually do anything with her and
No.
Harold. It was just like a little bit of flirtation.
Well, there was an innuendo when he was under her desk, and
Yeah.
then she like threw herself in his arms at the end.
Yeah.
But it's like, I mean, a good 5 years passed in the timeline of the movie
Yeah.
and since making the movies, and there is a very, very soft reboot
Totally.
vibe to this. But I find it interesting. Maybe it was meant to be part of the humor, and it only partially landed for me. But I do like that this is a reality where ghosts are very real,
Yeah.
but also these people need to be run out of town with pitchforks.
Sure.
Sent to Rikers for 18 months.
Whoa. That was weird.
Like
Super weird. I was like, what they've done is like community service and a fine, not Rikers. That's a maximum security prison.
Well, because I was like, okay, fine, make them pay,
Yeah.
like even the $20,000 or whatever. I was like,
Yeah.
whatever. But yeah, so much so that I was like, surely I've misunderstood something. This must be left over from the previous movie.
Oh, no.
Because they do acknowledge like the ramification, like they're properly out of business
Yeah.
because of all the legal trouble they got into, which I find that funny that's something that we think of now, you know?
Sure.
And I think it's funny that that's been around, that kind of litigation has been around
Yeah.
for.
Also, not for nothing, the judge is the leader of the Watchers Council from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, so I already think he's a dick. I think Ernie Hudson got served better in this movie, too, because he was there the whole time. He still didn't have, like, enough to do, but it was something.
You're right. He is much, much cuter. Dan Aykroyd has already, at this point, started to. I do want to say, I get the Bill Murray. I don't fall for it.
Sure.
It doesn't do anything for me still, but I get it in a way that I wasn't getting it in the first one.
It still does it for me.
I really liked the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah. Mhm.
The dancing, singing, your love.
I liked that the slime was, what do they call it? Psychokinetic or something? Where
It responded to emotion.
It like responds to the emotions that you put out.
Well, because for a while they're mostly only talking about anger,
Yeah.
and they have that beat in the middle with the dancing toaster.
Yeah.
But there was something about like, I don't know. I just sort of liked the people cheering on like the Statue of Liberty,
It
like
was
coming
cool.
through the
Yeah.
coming through the streets. And I do think that in a general sense that the effects were slightly more solid. This time period between like
Yeah.
this 50 years, man, technology.
True.
Like I said, Sigourney Weaver was underdeveloped.
Which is especially alarming for a second entry in that she should be underserved in this or written in the second one when we already know things about her.
Mm-hmm. And especially when you consider, like we said, the Annie Potts comes out has I think
more
better. And I mean, the baby was fine. That nanny goes,
oh my God.
It's the weird stuff that I like the most.
Yeah.
Like, so it's weird enough that there's a nanny with like a ghost pram, but then why did she have like Stretch Armstrong arms?
I don't know. So weird. Yeah.
Very unsettling, very weird. So it's the stuff like that I think going into this new one, I'm gonna want. And I know I've seen the one trailer, but I haven't really paid attention to any of it. So I don't know what they've shown us and I don't know what we're going to get. But I have a desire for some like weird shit.
Weird shit. We might get some weird shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we'll get zero weird shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think it's also going to be a little bit more mass marketed shit. So we'll see.
Bear in mind that, you know, we watch these two back to back. So in a way, if anyone comes out of this, they're like, how dare he liked the second one better. It's like, this is more just like a second outing.
Yeah.
And it was like a
extension.
good, it was like one of the better episodes of like Buffy or Scooby-Doo or, you know, insert here.
Which is where up from the other story.
I have a real desire for like a solid 5 of these. And I mean, if you include the 2016, that puts us at 4.
Yeah.
So
I mean, even if you don't, the new one is a direct continuation
of 2.
Yeah. So it's like that. It's the same universe, whereas the 2016 one is like a sort of a
mirror
reboot.
universe. Yeah. Universe. So that's mostly what I have to say. I mean, do you have anything specific that you want to hit? I'm fine being kind of short with this one.
I liked it enough. I mean, I'm sure we're going to get heat regardless because I just like the Ghostbusters are just like not really it for me.
Maybe that's it. I mean, maybe this is personal preference because I am surprised at the ratings and the response to the first one being so high. And then the ratings and response to this one being so medium. Like this is like at a 50 on Rotten Tomatoes. And I'm sort of like, I don't really see the
big difference, the big shift in quality at all. No, not for me. So, but again, this is just like not really my bag. It never has been my whole life.
I do feel though, considering how tepid I am on these two, I am very intrigued by the concept, the world, the franchise, what have you.
For sure.
So it's the kind of thing that if this new one is good and takes off, then I'll most likely be delighted to continue.
I'll be there
down
for
this
sequels
path.
for sure. McKenna Grace needs to keep working.
I mean, I think she's good.
Yeah,
I think she's good to go. So, yeah, okay. Well, that was our little review for Ghostbusters 2.
Yep. You can follow us on Twitter at soimwatching or Instagram at soimwatchingthisshow. We also have a website, soimwatching.com, which links out to everything. If you would like to see us do more stuff, and you want to help us along there, what?
I was like, you're hitting this this beat hard. The better quality. I'm like, ugh.
We need new cameras.
We do need new cameras.
So we have a Patreon, patreon.com/soimwatching. We have a Venmo, a Cashapp, and a coffee, and they are all at or $ so I'm watching. So they all link out from our website. Yeah, let us know. Bye.